Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean here, and I'm back with another rebuild where today we're going to be doing the Washington Redskins. So, as always, if you guys do enjoy this video, hit that like button down below to let me know that you did enjoy it. And if you're new around here, definitely hit that sub button. Going to be pumping out a whole lot of rebuilds before Madden 19, and then going to be pumping out a whole lot of Madden 19 rebuilds, and maybe some other kind of content as well. But let's get into this roster overview. So the Redskins have a pretty bad team, not gonna lie. Of course, we do have Alex Smith, 33 years old, 88 overall with normal dev. He is on the trade block. Derrius Guice, the big second-round rookie superstar dev, already an 84 overall, which is a little bit generous, I think. But we're gonna really try to get him developed and the run game to go pretty well. Samaje Perine is also pretty solid. Rookie last year out of Oklahoma. He's probably going to be the backup. Actually, he definitely will be. Fullback, we signed John Kuhn. We did sign Dez because I don't yet know what I want to do with the receiver situation. We do have Jamison Crowder, who is pretty nice in the slot. The thing is, I'm not training receivers this year. So I don't know how much. Oh, these guys really just aren't going to develop much at all this year. So we're probably going to hang on to everybody. I would like to try to develop Josh Dotson, but he is 24 already, only a 79. I don't know how possible that's going to be. But the receivers are really not too bad. They could be much, much worse. Jordan Reed, of course, at tight end, 97 overall. We do have Vernon Davis on the trade block. Trent Williams, the one of the best left tackles in the league, I will say that. We also have rookie Jaron Christian from Louisville. Quick dev, left tackle, only a 73 overall, though, so that's going to take some time to develop. Left guard is trash. Center is also trash. Right guard, though, Brandon Scherf is definitely one of the premier right guards in the league at a 90 overall. Also has quick dev. And Morgan Moses, I think, he's also on the trade block. He's pretty average. So we did sign Robert Ayers to be the left end for this year. Because what did we do? Oh, right. So we needed a left end. Jonathan Allen's playing right end. And he does have superstar as well. Deron Payne, first-round rookie from this year, another superstar here. So our D-line is looking pretty good. If we can find another defensive end to replace Robert Ayers, we'll be in really good shape. Tim Settle's another 2018 rookie here. He's only 20 years old, according to this roster anyway. So, I mean, this guy's definitely going to be somebody to keep around. I think I have Stacy McGee on the trade block as well as Phil Taylor. So it's definitely going to be Ioannidis, Payne, and Tim Settle at D-tackle. Ryan Kerrigan is another guy that's on the trade block because he is 29 years old. He is a definitely really good player. But we also play a 4-3, and while he's not terrible at a 4-3 outside linebacker, and I really could move him to defensive end, but I just really want to get him out of here. He just doesn't really fit what I want to go for. And he's also pretty old, so that's a big factor, really, in my decision. Preston Smith is not super great as well, so definitely looking to upgrade the linebackers. We do have Zach Brown in the middle, and he is actually pretty good. I'm probably going to keep him around for a while. We'll at least see how it goes with him. Mason Foster's on the trade block. Sean Dion Hamilton, I think I was going to start Sean Dion Hamilton at middle linebacker, see if he could win Rookie of the Year, and put Zach Brown outside. Yeah, that's my plan. Pernell McPhee recently came over from Chicago. Another guy that is on the trade block, 84 overall with quick. He has 28, and again, he doesn't fit the outside linebacker mold for our team. Well, he actually does have 72 zone coverage. I mean, again, it's just not what I'm going for. So he is on the block as well. Josh Norman, we do have at corner at an 89. He's pretty good, I guess. He's not the best, that's for sure. Definitely want to upgrade at corner. I think Quentin Dunbar is on the trade block as well. Really just to see what I could get, kind of like a feeler. I'm not super keen on trading him, but not super keen on keeping him. And we also have Orlando Scandrick, who has just fallen off a cliff. Fabian Moreau was a rookie last year, and I don't know who Greg Stroman is. So moving on to safeties, we got DJ Swearinger, who is also on the block. Again, another player that I just do not want on my defense, even though he is 26, 82 overall. Just don't want him, honestly. Just really don't. Strong safety, we have 2017 rookie Monte Nicholson. So he's going to start, definitely for sure, see if he can get any XP this year. But that is the roster, and we do have some trade offers here. And, of course, Alex Smith is going to be shipped out to Buffalo for a first-rounder next year. Apparently, they just don't care about Josh Allen, but it's Madden, so what do you expect? Vernon Davis, we are going to send back to San Francisco for a second-rounder next year and a 7th. And what else we got? Pernell McPhee, I believe this is... Yeah, Pernell McPhee, I'm taking the Jets first-rounder for next year. And who else I got? I know I got Ryan Kerrigan and DJ Swearinger, who I think there's an offer from the Chiefs. There is. I will take that. And then Ryan Kerrigan had actually quite a few first-round offers. I think the best one is probably this Bengals one right here. Yeah, I'm going to take that Bengals one. So we're going to quickly sim the week and see if we get any more trade offers really quick. And take a look at those. And we do. So Morgan Moses has some offers, some second-round picks. Let's take this one from the Cardinals, I suppose. And we have one more offer on Preston Smith, who apparently I put on the trade block as well. But that's fine. I kind of already went over the fact that I just don't really want him. And apparently the Cardinals are trying to give me all of their picks. So I will actually take that because that is for this year. And I didn't see any others that were for this year. But then again, I didn't really look all that closely. So let me mess around with the team a little bit, and then I'll go over the final roster for Season 1. So we are actually going to be trading Quentin Dunbar simply because I did get an offer from the Cardinals for the first-round pick next year, which should be pretty good. The Cardinals are usually trash. So this is what the team is going to look like for year number 1. We did, for the second time in his career, Alex Smith has been replaced by Colin Kaepernick on a different team this time. So Kaepernick is going to be our starting quarterback for this year. Not much else has really changed, I think, since the last time you guys saw it. I do want to actually start Sean Dion Hamilton. Let's see. Corners look good, I suppose. I mean, this team should not... Wait, Deron Payne needs to start. This team, I'm not expecting to win many games, honestly. If we win more than 4, I will be extremely surprised. Astounded, even. But let's get into simming. Man, these late trade offers are pretty annoying, not going to lie. But we do have some offers for Mason Foster now in Week 1. And I'm going to be making another trade with the Cardinals here because I want another mid-round pick this year. So I'll take that. So we're here at the end of season number 1 now. And I am surprised. We won 6 games, surprisingly enough. So take a look at some stats. We actually had, wow, 10th best offense in the league. And 29th defense, all right. Bro, what? Colin Kaepernick? Okay. Let me also tell you guys, I was running a power run playbook with the Bills scheme. Or power run scheme with the Bills playbook. So Colin Kaepernick, though, 4,500 yards, 29 touchdowns, only 8 picks, too. That's pretty damn good. Derrius Guice, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, 3 fumbles. I did find, and I found the reason why Sony Michel is always a free agent after year 1. It's because the Patriots always put him on their practice squad. So he was actually a free agent, technically, I guess. So I signed him off their practice squad. He was the backup running back, almost 300 yards, 7 touchdowns, not too bad. Receiving led by Des Bryant, 80 catches, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns. The rest of the receivers really did not do a whole lot. As I said, we ran the power run playbook or scheme. Blocking was pretty bad. Trent Williams letting up 23 sacks. Not a great look. Sean D. and Hamilton led our team in tackles, though, 129. Also had 2 sacks. And sacks led by Robert Ayers. Gross. With 10, though. Jonathan Allen had 8. And picks, Josh Norman had 6 of them. Not many other people had many. Terrell Edmonds is another guy that was actually a free agent, so I picked him up. He did have a defensive touchdown, though, as well as Monte Nicholson. Kicking with Dustin Hopkins was actually really good, 19 for 20. That is definitely really good. Punting is good, I suppose. Jamison Crowder did have a kick return for touchdown. No punt return touchdowns, though. Let's take a look at awards. I know Tom Brady got MVP. I don't think... Wow, Kaepernick came in 10th for MVP. And second for Offensive Player of the Year. That is insane. So, Defensive Player of the Year, we do not have anybody up there. Offensive Rookie, we do win with Derrius Guice. That is very, very good news. Do we get Defensive Rookie, though? No, we do not. Sean Deanna Hamilton comes in 3rd. A little bit unfortunate there. Colin Kaepernick in 6th for best quarterback. Best running back. Derrius Guice does not crack the top 10. Best receiver, Des Bryant, is number 5. Best offensive line, I highly doubt it. Yeah, we don't have anybody in the top 10. Same with best D-line, nobody in the top 10. Best linebacker, no one. Best defensive back, Josh Norman does come in 2nd. And best kicker, Dustin Hopkins in 3rd. So that's going to do it for awards. Let's move on to the offseason. So in year number 1, just like in real life, the Eagles beat the Patriots, this time with a score of 29-24. So I didn't update you guys about anything I did in the offseason because I didn't actually do anything in the offseason. I didn't sign a single free agent or make any trades until I got to the draft, that is. So I had the 9th pick in the 1st round, and I wanted this quarterback who was one of the guaranteed superstars. He wasn't really that good. He was actually like a 2nd round talent, I think. But really just the guaranteed superstar factor, and the fact that I haven't taken a quarterback in year 1 ever, I don't think. At least that I can recall in my rebuilds. And I wanted to get one of the 2019 guys in here for one of these. So we're going to be taking Jarrett Stidham at number 3. We traded up with the Colts. We sent him our 1st round pick this year. One of the 1st round pick next year's. And a corner. And I included like another 2nd rounder next year, but they wouldn't take it because it's Madden. But he does have superstar dev, 77 overall. The deep accuracy and the awareness are pretty low, but that superstar dev should really help him out with developing. So we're going to see how he does. I think it's pretty realistic that he's a little bit lower of an overall, especially for a guy like Jarrett Stidham, who actually I really do like in real life. But you know, if he gets drafted like this high next year, I would think he would probably sit for at least a little bit, which is something that I wouldn't be against doing, but just for the sake of needing to get awards and everything in Madden to really progress your players, he is going to start. So anyway, moving on to the rest of the draft. In the 2nd round, we took this corner here, Watts McDougal, 80 overall. Definitely really, really good player already, 95 speed, which is beautiful. And then in the, well, we had another 2nd round pick. We took another corner here, Morris Kreiner, who is a 77 overall, but he's got quick dev, also got 95 speed, 88 man coverage as well. So we got a very nice corner pair here to go along with Josh Norman. 3rd round, we took a defensive end. He was a right end, moved him to left to accommodate for, what's his name, that's playing right end, Jonathan Allen. This guy is pretty good. The finesse moves are a little bit low for what I like, but he does have really good power moves, so we'll see if he can use that to get to the quarterback. 2nd, 3rd round pick, we took a fullback here, 81 overall, pretty good player. 4th round, we took a receiver here who looked decent, looked like he might have the potential to be good, but he's really not. He actually does have pretty good stats overall. He just can't run a route to save his life, and he also has no release. So, moving on, 5th round, we took a safety here, strong safety. Not super great, not gonna lie. fifth round? Yeah, second, fifth round pick. We took Louis Griffith, another receiver with quick dev this time, 95 speed. And this guy can actually run routes. His spec catch is a little bit low, but his release is pretty decent already. So that quick dev should also be pretty nice for him. And then these last 3 picks were not super great. Not gonna lie. This draft was not a very deep one. So yeah, it was really the first 5 rounds. We did pretty well, aside from these 2 guys right here. So we're gonna move on to next season and see how well Jarrett Stidham does in his rookie year. So we're here in the preseason now of year number 2, and I put a couple of receivers up on the trade block, one of them being Jamison Crowder, who I originally wasn't going to trade, but we are getting a first-round offer from the Jaguars here for 2020, so I am definitely going to take that, especially because I want to have Louis Griffith play in the slot, and I don't want to have a 5'9" receiver on the outside. So that's really my rationale there. And I also put Paul Richardson and Josh Dotson on the trade block. Haven't got any offers for Dotson, so let's check him out for Paul Richardson, see if I want to, yeah, okay, first round from the Patriots. And I'm going to take that. I mean, as many first rounders as you can get, as much as Madden makes it way too easy to get first rounders. I mean, if that option's available to me, I'm going to take it. So this is what the receiving core at the very least is going to look like. Des Bryant, Josh Dotson, and Louis Griffith. Actually, this is probably going to be it for the offense. I might change something with the defense because I think I now have 52 players on the roster. I don't know what I'm missing right now, actually. But either way, Josh Allen is up to an 86. Daron Payne, 89. Haven't used Ioannidis' XP just yet. The linebacking core is still not good at all, aside from Zach Brown, and it's a little bit unfortunate. The safeties, actually, Terrell Edmonds got up to a 76, Monte Nicholson up to a 77, so they're making a little bit of progress. They are still both very young. Derrius Guice, though, the big guy, is up to a 98 after 1 year, winning Rookie of the Year. That really helped us out. So yeah, I'm thinking this is probably going to be the team for year 2, barring any changes that I don't think I'm going to make. Alright guys, so we're here at the end of season number 2 now, and we did miss the playoffs, but we went 8-8 in a pretty competitive division, aside from the Eagles going 14-2. The rest of the division was actually very close. So we finished 14th in the NFL in offense and 23rd in defense. So Jarrett Stidham, a little bit of a rough rookie year, but he did definitely have some promising moments. I saw in some news stories he had like 4 touchdowns in a game here and there. 3,800 yards, 21 touchdowns, 16 picks, only completed 59% of his passes. But really, as far as rookie quarterback years go, that's not too bad. Running, though, the running game was on point this year. Derrius Guice, 1,600 yards, 7 touchdowns. Sonny Michel had 19 touchdowns as the backup. Receiving was down, but we are still in that power run scheme, which I think I'm going to be changing up next year. We're going to see how Jarrett Stidham comes along in his development. But Des Bryant led the team with 65 catches, 950 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Jordan Reed, 64 catches, almost 900 yards, 3 touchdowns. Louis Griffith was actually the interesting one here to me. 44 catches, 600 yards, 4 touchdowns. A little bit disappointing, but then again, it really is just the scheme. The sack numbers were much lower this year, which is really nice to see. Defense led by Martrell Spate, who apparently started over Sean Dion Hamilton. Whoops. Not that it really matters because he didn't develop last year anyway. But Spate had 136 tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 picks. That's a pretty good year, actually. Sacks, though, led by Jonathan Allen with 9. Rookie Reggie Craig had 5. Picks going to be led by Josh Norman again with 3. Morris Kreiner tied him with 3. If you guys had 2, if you guys had 1. Any touchdowns? We had at least 1, and Zach Brown does have our only defensive touchdown. See if Dustin Hopkins did have another good year, and he really did, man. Dustin Hopkins has been probably the most consistently good kicker that I've actually had in a rebuild, surprisingly enough. Punting was better than last year. Lewis Griffith did have a kick return touchdown. And Rashad McCree, I don't know who that is. I don't know if... I think this was the receiver I drafted. Yeah, I think so. So he had a punt return touchdown. So let's check awards, see if we won Rookie of the Year. I have no idea if we did it or not. MVP goes to Aaron Rodgers. Don't have anybody in the top 10. No surprise. Again, Offensive Player of the Year to Aaron Rodgers. No Redskins in here, unfortunately. Defensive Player of the Year to Aaron Donald. That's pretty typical. Nobody in the top 10. Jarrett Stidham, though, does win Rookie of the Year. That is insanely key for this rebuild. So Lewis Griffith in 6th. And Brian Cecil is another receiver, I believe, in 10th. Defensive rookie, we had Watts McDougal, one of the corners, in 3rd. We had Reggie Craig, the left end, in 6th. And Morris Kreiner, the other corner, in 7th. And Jason Sullivan, who I think is the safety. Yeah, you know what? That sounds right. I think Jason Sullivan is the safety we drafted. He was in 10th. Best QB, we don't have Stidham in the top 10. Best running back, Derrius Guice in 7th. Best receiver, nobody, no surprise there. Brandon Scherf does come in 6th for best O-line. We got Trent Williams at 9. Best D-line, nobody there, no surprise. Nobody in the top 10 for best linebacker. Again, not a surprise. Nobody in top 10 for best DB. And best kicker, we got Dustin Hopkins at 5. So we're moving on to the offseason of year number 2. So the Eagles repeat as champions here in year number 2 with a score of 19-16 over the Titans. So we're here in the offseason now, and we are going to be making one trade. A 3rd-round pick for a rookie strong safety from the Falcons. Or he was a rookie last year. I think his name is Ali Shelton. So he's got superstar, and he's an 80 overall. So he was just chilling on the trade block, so I will gladly take that. And I might as well advance the week real quick, take a look at our signings. So we got Markel Lee, Andy Levitre, Brian Arakpo's coming back, and Des Bryant. He did make it to free agency, but we are going to be bringing him back. And one notable XP usage right here, Jarrett Stidham up to an 88 after 1 year, which is pretty good. It's definitely pretty good. His throw accuracy is actually a lot better than it was, last year when he first came out. So definitely expecting some big things next year as I change my scheme up a bit. So we're going to move on to the draft now because I don't think there's anything else that I need to do at this very moment. Alright guys, so here we are after the draft of season number 2, and we had 5 first-round picks this year, all due to trades in year 1. So with our first pick, which was number 4, we took free safety Jalen Thompson out of Washington State. This guy is a real-life prospect, 81 overall with superstar dev, 93 speed already. Well, not that I can really upgrade that, but pretty damn good player. Very happy about that. Definitely going to pair well with that other superstar strong safety that we picked up. With the 5th pick, we took Paul Kleinsasser, a tackle, one of the guaranteed superstars as well as Jalen Thompson was. This guy's definitely really good. The pass block is a little bit low, but he does have really good run block already. With the 6th pick, we took Angel George, a middle linebacker, 80 overall with quick dev. This was sorely needed. We really, really needed linebacker help, and we actually did go out and get it in this draft. With the 10th pick, we took a cornerback, Jarrell Crisp, also has quick dev, a little bit older, 23 years of age, a little bit older than I like to take my players at, but he has 96 speed, he's got good coverage stats already, good press. So I'm definitely happy with this pick, and you might be wondering why I took another corner after taking 2 good ones last year. Josh Norman is really getting up there in age, and he is still good, but I think he just turned 30, and the drop-off for cornerbacks is extremely steep and very fast. So I'm really just getting ready to replace him. With the last pick in the first round that we had, we took Grant Burks, a guard, 77 overall, normal dev, definitely a pretty good player. Moving on to the second round now, we took well, he was a defensive end, and we moved him to D-tackle, 79 overall. Really good player again. With our second round pick, we took an outside linebacker, Griffin Morrow, quick dev, 77 overall, 87 speed, which is really nice. A little bit light on the weight side, but he does have really good finesse move already, actually, as well as zone coverage. So I like him at the outside linebacker spot for us in a 4-3. And our last second round pick, we took Josh Considine, another guard, 78 overall, normal dev. Definitely a pretty good player already, actually. Moving on to the fourth round, we took a receiver here, Davian Hemingway, quick dev, 79 overall, 95 speed. He's got a funny looking neck, I'll say that much, but definitely really, really good player. Definitely excited to have him, and we're probably going to get rid of Dez, actually. We kind of have our receivers of the future here with this guy and the Lewis Griffith of last year. We might keep Dez because Josh Dotson's really not that great. Moving on, in the fifth round, we kind of missed on this pick. It was a right tackle. Not very good. We took another guard here, though, with our second pick in the fifth. It's 76 overall, normal dev, pretty solid. Sixth round, we took another guard, 75 overall, and our second pick in the sixth round, we took a middle linebacker that was actually projected to go undrafted, but I scouted him kind of randomly, actually, and I liked his three traits. He's really not too bad. A little bit slow. Good hit power, though, decent tackling. So I'm sure he'll be the backup most likely. And then in the seventh round, we took a receiver here. Not too great. Really was more of a flyer. He was the only guy I had left scouted. So that was really my reasoning in taking him. But we're moving on to year number 3. Alright guys, so we're here at the start of season number 3. And this is what the team is going to be looking like for this year. We are starting a lot of rookie O-linemen. At every position except left tackle and right guard. Like I said, Jarrett Stidham is up to an 88. Lewis Griffith at an 83. We got Davian Hemingway playing in the slot. As for the defense, Angel George is starting at middle linebacker. We got, well, I don't really think it matters, but we're going to have Jason, can't talk, man, words are hard. Jason Schmidt as the backup, just to see if he can get some XP, you know, being a rookie and all. So we have the superstar strong safety starting over Monte Nicholson, even though he's up to an 85. Hoping that superstar dev can really kick in for that. The nice thing about Monte Nicholson, though, is that he did get a Pro Bowl appearance last year, so we actually got quick dev from it with like 50,000 XP. So he's pretty good. He is definitely pretty good. Jalen Thompson is an 81. I think that's what he started with. I don't think I really upgraded. I don't think I upgraded anything. So he's starting as well. What's this guy's name? Griffin Morrow starting at right outside linebacker. And that's about it. So, I mean, this team is looking like pretty decent now. I mean, it's definitely coming along pretty nicely. So we won, what, 8 games last year? I'm thinking 10 isn't too unreasonable. Alright guys, so we're here at the end of season number 3, and here we are in the playoffs. For some reason, we do not have a bye. The NFC must have been really good this year. Let's actually take a look at that. Yes, it was. The Saints go 14-2, the Packers go 13-3. We go 12-4, and the Eagles go 11-5. So, we are playing the Eagles this week in the wildcard round, but you see that Jarrett Stidham does win MVP, and we have the best offense in the league, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 24th defense, though. That's a little bit rough. Jarrett Stidham, though, 5,000 yards, 46 touchdowns, 14 picks. Incredible season from him. Derrius Guice, really good year, 1,400 yards, 12 touchdowns. Samaje Perine, who was the backup this year, because apparently I forgot to re-sign Sonny Michel. Big rip on that, but he had 250 yards and 10 touchdowns as the backup. Not too bad. Receiving, definitely... Oh, wow, what the... Okay. Well, that's interesting. So, Lewis Griffith led our team in catches with 95, 1,000 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Jordan Reed was the second most leading receiver on our team with 74 catches, 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Davian Hemingway, the rookie, 73 catches, almost 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. On Des Bryant, 70 catches for 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. The ball was definitely spread around pretty well. Sacks were not too bad. The most were given up by our rookie, Paul Kleinsasser. Really not too bad, though. Angel George leading our team in tackles with 132, no sacks, and a pick. Sacks are going to be led by Jonathan Allen this year with 13, definitely improving. Josh Norman, heard his name being mentioned as a guy that I might replace, apparently, with 7 picks. That might be good enough for DB of the year. Morris Kreiner, second-year man, with 6 picks as well. A few guys with 2. See if we had any defensive touchdowns. Josh Norman had 1, and Ali Shelton, the new arrival strong safety, had 1. Kicking was pretty good again, going 10 for 12. Punting was good. Kick returns, Davian Hemingway had a kick return for a touchdown, and Davian Hemingway also had a punt return for a touchdown. I'm wondering if that might be good enough for Rookie of the Year, especially considering he put up 12, I think, receiving. So Jarrett Stidham does win MVP. As we know, we don't have anybody else in the top 10. Dan Snyder's cancer comes in 4th for Coach of the Year. Todd Gurley steals Offensive Player of the Year from us as Jarrett Stidham gets 2nd. Derrius Guice actually comes in 10th for Offensive Player of the Year as well. Defensive Player of the Year, we got Angel George in 6th. Might be good enough for Rookie of the Year then. Offensive Rookie, we do get it with Davian Hemingway, which is fantastic to see. And we do get it as well. Wow, look at that. We had top 5 in Defensive Rookie of the Year, dude. That is actually insane. So Angel George wins it, Jarrell Crisp in 2nd, Griffin Morrow in 3rd, Jason Schmidt in 4th, and Jalen Thompson in 5th. Wow. Stidham does get Best Quarterback. Best Running Back, we got Derrius Guice in 4th. Best Receiver, we got Davian Hemingway in 6th. Best O-Line, Brandon Scherf in 3rd, and Trent Williams in 6th. Best D-Line, we got Jonathan Allen in 4th. Best Linebacker, What do you mean? Angel George doesn't even come in top 10, but he got 6 for Defensive Player of the Year, dude. That's the kind of stuff that doesn't make sense on this game. And Josh Norman does win Best DB. I was correct in that prediction. Morris Kreiner comes in 3rd. Best Kicker, we got Dustin Hopkins in 9th this year. So we've got a bunch of XP to use. And then we got to get into this game against the Eagles. Alright guys, so this is what the team is looking like after using a whole lot of XP. Jarrett Stidham up to a 97 after 2 years. Hemingway up to an 88. Griffith up to a 90. Our offense looks really, really good. And if we can get another... Wow, I just like whistled on accident. If we can get one more year of O-line development in, I think this offense will be just about unstoppable. As for the defense, it is much improved as well with the new look linebacking core. Angel George up to a 90, Griffin Morrow at an 85, Jalen Thompson 90, Ali Shelton 91, Monte Nicholson also at a 90, man. So our safeties are extremely good. Josh Norman 93 still. He's holding it out, staving off that that regression at least a little bit. Morris Kreiner's up to a 94, Jarrell Crisp 87, Watts McDougal 86. So our secondary is actually probably the best in the league. But let's get into this game, man. So the Eagles went 11-5, one game worse than us. We're only an 89? What are you talking about? They're a 93. You know what, man? I feel like we're going to win. Even though there's a pretty big overall difference, I think we got a really badass team. Alright guys, so we're coming up on halftime now, and it's been a pretty close game so far. It's 21-13 now, actually. And we score again, though, to take a bigger lead, and if we can run the clock out and just play some defense, which we do not, they score a touchdown. I was going to say we can win this game, but we do actually end up winning it 35-28. So it was pretty close, pretty hard-fought game there, but Carson Wentz and Jarrett Stidham's quarterback play, I guess, must have been the difference with Stidham throwing 3 touchdowns with Wentz only throwing 1. Derrius Guice had a really good game, but so did Jay Ajayi, so that kind of balances out. Alshon Jeffrey had a touchdown. Lewis Griffith, Davian Hemingway, and Derrius Guice all had receiving touchdowns for us. Trent Williams led up 2 sacks, so we didn't get any on the Eagles, but Michael Bennett got 2 on us, and no picks in the game, so we're moving on to the divisional round. Alright guys, so we're here in the divisional round now, and this is actually like a post, not live commentary thing, because at this point in the video my audio decided to quit for whatever reason, but we're taking on the 13-3 Green Bay Packers, and anytime now, come on, it'll come up here. So I think they're like a 93 overall, I think. Man, this is taking forever, dog. I really probably could have edited this down a little bit more, but it's about to come up. So anyway, in the divisional round, taking on the Packers here. They are a 91, actually, and we are a 95 now. So I'm expecting it to be kind of a close game. I mean, we're going to see. The Packers are definitely a really good team, still have Aaron Rodgers, so let's see what happens, man. Hopefully we can come out with the W and move on to the championship round. And man, oh man, was my editing on this rough without my live comm. So anyway, we're here in the game now, coming up on halftime. We're currently up 21-3, so it's looking pretty good. Make that 28-3, make that 31-3. And we're in the fourth quarter now, looking like a blowout. 34-18 now. We actually score again right before the end of the game to make it 41-18 final score. Taking a look at stats, Jarrett Stidham. Wow, that is really small. I actually can't see that, so I hope you guys don't really mind my being unable to commentate on these stats. But if I remember correctly, Jarrett Stidham was an absolute beast throughout the entirety of these playoffs. So I expect that he had a good game. It looks like we only let up 1 sack. Reggie Craig had a sack on Rodgers, and Josh Jackson picked us off once. So we're here in the Conference Championship now, taking on the 14-2 New Orleans Saints. And let's get in it. There we go. So here's the team that's a 94. So they're a 94. We're still a 95. So this might be a closer game than maybe last game was. But here we are coming up on halftime, and so far, well, actually it is 21-13 right now, but we score right before the half again, make it 28-13. So coming up on the fourth quarter now, still a 1-score game. We kick a field goal to make it a 2-score game. We're up 14 now at the end of the fourth, and the final score is going to be 37-20. So we are moving on to the Super Bowl. Jarrett Stidham had 4 touchdowns in this game. Definitely a really good game for him. And C.J. Beathard is actually the quarterback of the Saints for some ungodly reason now, which is really weird. But he threw 4 picks in the game. So our defense had an absolute monster of a day. Alvin Kamara and Derrius Guice both had really good games. No touchdowns for either of them, though. At least on the ground, because I believe... I could be wrong on this. But I thought Derrius Guice might have had a receiving touchdown. I don't know. It's really hard to see. We had a few sacks on him, though. Monte Nicholson had 2 picks, and Josh Norman and Jarrell Crisp each had 1. So here in the Super Bowl, we're taking on the 9-7 Kansas City Chiefs. And this should be the easiest team we've had to go up against. They're a 90 overall. We're still a 95. You know, I was going into this fully expecting us to have another blowout, kind of like we've had in the majority of these playoffs. So here we are coming up on halftime as my friends invited me to play PUBG. We are up 42-7 now, coming into the fourth quarter, 49-7. And the final score is going to be 49-17. So we are Super Bowl champions here in year number 3. Derrius Guice is the Super Bowl MVP. I think this is probably the earliest that I've won a Super Bowl in a rebuild in quite some time. I know I won a Super Bowl in year 3 on one of these that I did for this year. I don't remember which one, to be honest. But Derrius Guice had an insane day, over 200 yards rushing, and I think he had 2 touchdowns. He might have had 3. But we absolutely whacked the Chiefs, man. Absolutely destroyed them. So here are the rest of the stats, defensive stats. Jonathan Allen had 3 sacks. Pretty damn good game for him. So here are going to be the final teams. Here's the offense. Definitely feel free to pause the video if you guys want to take a closer look. But this might actually be the worst team that we've had that we've won a Super Bowl with. And I say that mostly because of the offensive line. And I guess our linebackers weren't insanely good. They were all pretty good, but they weren't like, you know, 93 plus, 95 range. But yeah, so like I said, this is the offense. Anytime now I want to switch over to the defense. Come on, bro. Just kind of going through it. We definitely had really good receivers. Davian Hemingway and Lewis Griffith were insanely good late-round pickups. Very happy with my drafting from this rebuild. Angel George was another really good pick. Definitely what we needed in the linebacking core, as well as Griffin Morrow. Really rounded that out to pair up with Zach Brown. And that one safety that we traded for, too, was big. And what's his name? Jalen Thompson. Another really big pickup for us. Having that superstar tandem in the back end. As well as all of our corners, man, including Josh Norman. But our corners were sick. If I had another year to develop, I would expect 395s or better. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. And if you did, hit that thumbs up button to let me know. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do apologize again for this post-com thing. It's kind of weird. I don't usually do it. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys did enjoy. And I'm out.